good evening, Sina streamers. That was a spider dying on my desk. Hopefully. Ooh, ha ha ha, good evening, Sina streamer. Dying on my desk. Hopefully. Ooh, ha ha ha, good evening, Sina streamer. Dying on my desk. Hopefully. Ooh, ha ha ha, good evening. Enough of that infinite loop. God damn it, Chrome, why won't you close? I hate you. Da 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 da. We good now? I think we're good now. Jeez. Alright. That same exact spider visited me last night and I tore one of its legs off, but it was too quick for me. Not tonight, you motherfucker. Shit, where'd it go? Oh, no. Oh, please be dead. Okay, good. Yeah, very good. Okay, get out of my life. Alright, well, welcome back to Love is Strange. Now, we've done all of the best routes. We have done the true endings for Kate, Chloe, Victoria, and Rachel. So now we're gonna do the not so true ones, the normal endings. And I've got a handy dandy save file that we're just going to boot up, where we don't have to play the intro. We're just gonna jump right into asking somebody. So we're gonna ask Kate again. Kate! Kate! Are you sure you want to choose Kate? Yes. Absolutely. I pick my camera up off my desk and make my way over to Kate, who's still looking at me. I'm so excited for you, Max. This contest was made for you. I wish I could feel the same way. I'm already nervous. You'll do fine. We smile at one another for a moment, and I fidget. I wonder if it'd be okay to ask Kate. If my intuition is right, something else has been on her mind lately. I should let her know that it's okay if she doesn't want to enter the contest. Or be my partner, for that matter. So, I was wondering if maybe you'd like to be my partner for the contest? You definitely don't have to, but I thought it might be fun to finally get to work together. You've got a great artistic eye, and Kate's not saying much. She's got her hands folded together, and she's looking down at them. I decide to shut my big fat mouth. Finally, she speaks quietly. I like that very much. Oh, Kate, I'm really happy to hear that, but you don't have to. I know you have, lots of work to do, usually, with your art classes and being Mixed Dog's assistant and your club. Kate suddenly laughs, high and sweet. Max, I always have time for you. As long as you're totally serial. I know you have a lot on your plate. Completely. I'm flattered you asked. We're interrupted by Mixed Dog trailing back to the front of their classroom and clearing their throat. Alright. I've got to get into today's lecture. If you haven't picked a partner yet, then be sure that you do before class lets out. I settle back into my seat as the lessons begin, but I can barely focus. All I can think about is the contest. When class lets out, it feels like hours later, and I leap out of my seat. Kate is still seated by the time I cross over to her desk. She's drawing in her sketchbook again, her pencil making a faint path over the page. Hey, Kate. Hi, Max. She greets me without looking up at first, and then she sets her pencil down and starts tucking her sketchbook away. If you're sure you want to work together for the contest, we should let Mixed Dog know. I'm sure that I'm sure. I pick Kate's book bag up off the floor for her. She pushes her chair out and stands. She gives me a grateful smile. Thank you, Max. I'll take it. She reaches out for her bag. Her shoulders seem to slump slightly beneath its weight. Or maybe I'm just imagining things? I follow Kate towards the front of the classroom, and we give Mixed Dog our names for the contest registration sheet. After that's done, Kate turns to me. I want to contribute as much as I can to this, even if I'm not much of a photographer. And don't sell yourself short. Your work is really strong. I'm more of an illustrative artist. But to be able to draw professionally, you have to teach yourself about scale and perspective and proportions, right? All of that stuff applies to photography, too. I guess I never thought about it that way. Sometimes I sketch in my journal. I've learned lots about how much photography has in common with drawing just by doodling. I'd love to see your sketches sometime. I bet they're wonderful. They're really not that great, I swear. Now it's my turn to reassure you, isn't it? You've got me there. Okay, I'll show you. Kate smiles, her eyes sparkling. We can save that for a later date. For now, we've got the contest. Right. Do you want to meet tomorrow morning to do some planning? Like for where we're going to take this photo? I was just about to ask you the same thing. Well, how about the 2 whales? I'm never not in the mood for a good breakfast. Same, so it's settled. I've got to go catch my next class, but I'll message you later to set up a time. Sounds good. I pause, hesitating as I look at Kate's tired face. Thanks for partnering with me, Kate. Take care, okay? I will, Max. I'll see you tomorrow. Kate's chin dips towards her chest as she leaves the classroom. I hope she's alright. She's as warm as ever, but I can't help but feel that something is off. I hope I'm wrong, but maybe this contest will help her take her mind off of whatever it is. It's about 10 in the morning by the time I get to the diner the next day. There's still a decent crowd, even though it's a little before the lunch rush. Mostly the usual suspects enjoying a late breakfast. Truckers, cops, and a few students like me. Joyce keeps a watchful eye over these particular patrons. Hello, Elric! How are you tonight? She smiles at me, however, and I wave at her. There's no shortage of seats, so I idle by the door for a moment. Yesterday, Kate and I agreed to meet here so that we could discuss locations for the contest photo. I was a little hesitant to ask for her help at first. Kate seemed to have a lot on her mind lately. She's been more shy than usual, rarely emerging from her dorm room except to go to class. I'm not sure what's going on, but I don't want to give her more stress than she already has. But seeing her face light up reassured me that I had made the right choice in asking her. Maybe this will help her get her mind off whatever's bothering her. Or at least make her laugh when I make an ass of myself entering a shitty photo. Speak of the devil, or angel in this case, Kate enters the diner. She looks a little bewildered, but she smiles when she sees me beckoning her to stand next to me. Hi, Kate. Hey, Max. Sorry if I kept you waiting. I've actually never been here before, so I had to look up the bus schedule before I left. She may have kept me waiting all of 3 minutes, if that. It's not the first time I've had to wait on someone. Take Chloe, for example. Good, how about me? I'm doing alright. Been better, but definitely been worse. Today was a rough one. In fact, this stream started out with me having to kill a spider. Ha 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 ha. So that's gonna be exciting in the recording. Don't get me wrong, she's my best friend, but girl can't keep an appointment to save her life. Kate, on the other hand, is almost painfully considerate, always putting other people first. I guess that's what makes me want to look out for her. The thought of someone as sweet as Kate losing her reasons to smile seems wrong. No worries. Is the booth okay? I gesture to one in the corner near the old jukebox. Kate nods and we both make our way over to it, sitting on opposite sides. Oh wow, does it always smell so good in here? She looks like she's literally in heaven from the smell of the delish breakfast food being prepared. I can't help but smile as I reply. Yes, Joyce is an amazing cook. She'll take good care of you. A waitress shows up to take our drink orders. Coffee for me and tea for Kate. She may be an early bird, but I need my caffeine fix. When the waitress comes back, I order my usual stack of pancakes, and Kate orders the same thing, apparently trusting my judgment. When Kate takes a sip of her tea, she practically melts into the cushion behind her, like she's truly relaxing for the first time in a while. I notice the shadows under her eyes for the first time since we sat down, and feel a pang of uneasiness in my stomach. She looks really tired. I can't help but wonder how she's doing. Should I say something about it? Ooh. Crack a joke. Ask if she's okay, say nothing. Nothing seems like that thing to do. I think I did this last time. I'm gonna crack a joke. Maybe we should have gotten you coffee instead. You're looking a little on the zombie side. Kate groans and shakes her head. Sorry, I've been sleeping in too much. Do I really look that bad? Shit, nice going, Dr. Max. Oh, I guess I did that last time too. Crap. Oh well. No, of course not. I meant to say you looked a little tired. Are you sure you're feeling up to this? Definitely. Sorry for making you worry. Only Kate would feel bad in a situation where someone else insulted her. I hate to imagine what she's been going through to think like that. No, I'm sorry. Just enjoy your tea, Kate. She gives me a small smile as she takes another sip, and I internally breathe a sigh of relief. Good. She's not upset. Let's try to keep it that way. Our food arrives and I immediately dig in, not realizing how hungry I'd been until Joyce's famous pancakes were right under my nose. Looks like someone's hungry. I look from the half-eaten meal on my plate to Kate's, hardly touched in comparison. I can hear my mom chiding me in the back of my head, but the grin on Kate's face tells me that she hardly minds. It's warm and glowing and makes me smile right back at her like a huge dork. Kate seems to have that effect on me. More than I thought, apparently. Kate just laughs. I don't blame you. These are better than anything I've had in the Blackwell cafeteria. Make sure you pass that on to Joyce. I will if I see her before we leave, but she probably hears that kind of thing all the time. I shouldn't bother her. I reach across the table and nudge her hand gently with my own. You're never a bother, Kate. You've gotta believe that. She looks at her hand, then back up to me, grinning again. I'll try, Max. She smiles so much when we're alone together. Kate doesn't open up to a lot of people, and preferring to keep to herself most of the time. I'm one of the lucky ones that gets to see the other side of Kate, her chatty, bubbly side. It makes me feel awesome. After I finish inhaling my breakfast, and Kate goes about eating hers, I decide to bring up the contest entry. Alright, we don't have a lot of time, so we need to think of a game plan. Kate looks up from where she's been twirling her fork in the remnants of her pancakes, giving me her full attention instead. Right. What did you have in mind? The location of the photo is going to be really important, so let's focus on that first. Do you have any... I stop, suddenly very aware of Kate's eyes on me. Not focusing on my words, but on me in particular. What? Do I have something on my face? Kate laughs, breaking the tension in an instant. Yes, actually. You've got a bit of it here. She leans over the table between us and gently wipes the corner of my mouth with a napkin. She does it so naturally and gently that I barely have time to register what's happening. Before I can react, she's seated again. There, that's better. Thanks. I touched the side of my mouth where Kate's hand had ghosted, feeling a slight heat in my cheeks. It felt really nice to get her attention. Alright, Max, focus. The contest, remember? See, that's why I picked you to be my partner, Kate. I'd be all over the place without you. Yeah, about that. Kate fingers her cross necklace self-consciously, like there's something on her mind. What's up? Kate shrugs, looking away. Are you worried about the contest? It's not that. Her eyes snap back to mine. I'm not worried about you handling the contest, Max. I'm just not sure why you picked me to help you. What do you mean? I haven't been feeling myself lately. What if I slow you down, or mess you up? I just don't think I'm as talented as you. If I screwed up your chances of winning, I'd feel awful. Wow, she's really beating herself up over this. Kate, maybe you should pick someone else to help you instead of me. I won't have any hard feelings, I promise. There's no way I want anyone else to help me besides Kate. What could I say to reassure her? Just do your best. I'm not trying to super woo her this time, so we're gonna go the toned down way. I give her a small smile. Winning's not everything, Kate. She sighs and rubs her forehead. I know, but this is important to you. It is important to me, and it would be cool to win, but let's just see what happens, okay? I picked you as my partner, and that means I'm gonna stick with you to the end. I'm not asking you to be amazing, just that you try your best. She looks uncertain. And what if my best isn't good enough? That doesn't matter. I just want you to try, okay? She seems to think it over, finally nodding. Okay, Max. You seem to have faith in me, so I trust you. And you can trust me on this. Things will work out, one way or another. If you say so. We finish our drinks and get ready to exit the diner. According to my phone, it's only been an hour since we sat down to breakfast, so there's still plenty of time left in the day. Where to now, Max? Do you have any ideas for a location? I do! Totally! I have no idea. I know just the place. Really, Max? Where's that? From the Two Whales Diner, we head back to Lockwell. I decide to take Kate up to the roof of the dormitories. That's, pretty significant from the actual game itself. The view from up here is gorgeous, so I have no doubt in my mind that we'll be able to get some good shots. Technically, students aren't allowed on the roof, and the door leading up to it is locked at all times. Luckily, being the nosy student that I am, I know where the head of security keeps the keys. Usually Chloe's the one borrowing the keys when she and Rachel sneak up to the roof for a smoke, but I'm feeling a little adventurous today. Maybe it was just the anticipation of getting the photo for the contest. Or maybe it's the smile on Kate's face, silently cheering me on. She has so much faith in me. I know she's worried about letting me down, but there's no way that will happen. I meant what I said to her in the diner. Kate is so talented, even if she doesn't see it yet, and she deserves to feel good about herself. I really hope she likes where we're going. Outside it's overcast, and the outline of the sun is visible behind a thin cluster of clouds. The tops of pine trees surround us on all sides. The sound of them swaying in the wind, along with the happy songs of blue jays and sparrows, are the only noises we can hear. It's so peaceful, like a private world. Kate's eyes are wide as she takes in the view around us. Wow, Max, it's so pretty up here. I know. I love coming up here and just forgetting about the world for a little bit, you know? Kate exhales thoughtfully and looks down at her shoes. I know that feeling. She sounds troubled, like she did back at Two Whales. I hate to keep bothering her about it, but I can tell that something's eating her up inside. I'm just about to ask when she cuts me off. But I thought students weren't allowed to be up here. Her eyes go to the keyring sticking out of the pocket of my jeans. Oops. I try to think of a good excuse, but come up with nothing. I'm a terrible liar anyway. I look away from her, embarrassed at being caught. She seems to be amused at my reaction at least, crossing her arms with a shy smile. Are you supposed to have those keys, Max? No. Sort of? Let's go the kind of playful way. I think I wanna playful it. I rub the back of my neck, not meeting Kate's eyes as I try to think of a good explanation. Well, technically we shouldn't have them, but we won't be up here that long. I can just slip them right back in the principal's office when we're done. Like a ninja. Kate laughs softly, shaking her head. We'd better get to work then. I walk over to the edge of the roof to see if there's anything that stands out on the ground below. The watchful eye of the Tavanga peers up at me, and beyond it I can see some wildlife that wouldn't be visible to the casual observer on the ground. Along with the usual crowd of squirrels, there's a small family of deer, 2 fawns and their mother, walking slowly among the trees. Oh, Kate, come check this out! She takes a step forward, then stops. I don't know, Max. We're really high up. I give her an encouraging smile as I hold out my hand to her. Let me help. I won't let anything bad happen to you. I can't tell if she even heard my voice over the strong gust of wind that picks up around us, but she takes my hand anyway. Together we walk to the edge of the roof and peer down over the edge. Kate's gentle grip on my hand tightens just slightly, and I squeeze it reassuringly. When her eyes find the family of deer, she lets out a small noise of delight, and I steal a glance in her direction. She looks incredibly happy, better than she has all week. The wind's making her bun a little messy, causing a few locks of her hair to fall on her face, but she barely notices. She looks so lovely, all traces of fear gone from her face as she watches the doe and her fawns on the ground, and suddenly I'm aware of the dorky grin on my face from staring at her. I'm just so happy that I could make Kate smile after the hard week she's had. She deserves it after all. Someone throws a football directly into the brush where the deer were gathered, causing them to scatter in the blink of an eye. Thanks, asshole, I can't help but think, wondering which of Blackwell's brainless jocks is responsible this time. The noise also spooks some birds in a nearby tree, and they fly right over our heads, so close that we can hear the sounds of their wings flapping. Kate stares after them as they cross the skyline, smiling dreamily. She looks back down to where the deer had been only a few moments ago, concern flooding her features. I hope they weren't too frightened. I'd hate for those cute little fawns to get separated from their mom. I squeeze her hand again, a natural instinct. Kate is so concerned for everything around her, even the ones she can't help. It's one of the many things that draws me to Kate, makes me want to protect her in any way I can. She looks down at our joined hands, and there's a pause. Without the birds and the deer, there's nothing to distract us from the fact that we're so close. Our eyes meet, and there's a funny feeling in my chest, but strangely enough, I don't mind it. Kate laughs shakily, letting go of my hand. I could swear I saw a hint of a blush on her cheeks, but it might just be my imagination. She backs away from the edge of the roof. Do you mind if I sit for a while? That was a bit of a rush for me. I nod immediately, sitting down next to her. Of course, sorry if I made you too nervous. She shakes her head. No, you make me feel really brave, actually. I don't feel that way very often. We sit in silence for a few moments, just listening to the sounds of nature around us. My thoughts are on the contest photo, but I'm not too concerned about it. There's tons of great shots to be seen from up here. Kate seems to be deep in thought about something else, though. After a while, she says something, barely above a whisper. I'm actually jealous of them. Jealous of who? Does she mean... the birds? Probably the birds. You mean the birds? As if on cue, another blue jay zooms over our heads, making a beeline to the top of one of the many pine trees surrounding us. Birds are so free. They have the whole world in front of them. Yeah, birds can always escape. Kate's eyes light up and she nods. Exactly. You always understand, Max. But I'm not sure I understand what Kate is talking about. Kate, what do you need to escape from? Her expression dims again and she looks out over the trees. Whatever's weighing on her mind must be pretty heavy. Kate takes a deep breath as another breeze blows past us, exhaling along with it. Does it really matter? I'm just so tired, Max. I can feel my heart wrench in my chest at the sadness in her voice. Duh, it matters. You matter, Kate. Please, trust me on this. Kate doesn't respond immediately, looking down at her hands. I'm trying, Max. It's just really hard right now. Why? People have been not so nice to me lately. Kids at Blackwell, I mean. What the hell? I want to interject, but Kate's not finished speaking. You know how I started a weekly Bible study group? Turns out that kind of stuff is not very popular with the cool kids here. I keep getting mean notes, taunts in the hallway. Sarah called me an awful nickname that I'd rather not repeat. It's all so stressful, I just feel like I need to run away, or something. My mind is already racing with questions, most of which concerning what kind of asshole you have to be cruel to Kate Marsh. That is so messed up. I'm sorry, Kate. It's not your fault. I should be stronger, like you. But I'm just not. I have to convince her otherwise. Let's go this one. Kate, you're going through a lot right now. It's okay not to feel strong enough to deal with it, yet. Kate seems to deflate, putting her head in one of her hands. What if I'm never strong enough, Max? Then what's the point of fighting? It's almost unbearable to hear Kate talk like this, so sad and defeated. You'll get there, Kate, I promise. And in the meantime, you have me to hold you up. Me and all our friends. Chloe, Rachel, even Victoria. We all care about you so much. Kate seems to consider this seriously. You really mean that? Even though I can't even stand up for myself? I reach over and I squeeze her hand gently. That's what friends are for, to help you. Kate looks down at our hands and smiles. Then I'm really glad I have a friend like you, Max. Her thumb brushes over mine, and I feel warm all over. A gust of wind, stronger this time, blows past us. It's getting kind of chilly. Maybe we should head back. She fixes me with a mock-serious face. And you have some keys to return before they start a criminal record for you. Seeing Kate in good spirits again makes me grin uncontrollably. I give her a little salute. Yes, ma'am! Cool! Wow, this is going kind of really fast. It's only been 25 minutes and I'm already on Wednesday. Sweet! I'm still reeling over what Kate told me yesterday. I could never have guessed she was getting trouble from bullies. Who could be mean to Kate Marsh of all people? It makes me furious to think about, and kind of lousy at the same time. I'm supposed to be her friend, and I had no idea this was going on. I should have said something, asked her out to tea, or sent her a text at least. Some friend you are, Max. This is the worst. But there's no use worrying about what I didn't do. It's not like I can rewind time and fix it. The important thing is being here for Kate in the present, in whatever way she needs. The bus reaches its destination, jerking me out of my thoughts. I have to stop by the boardwalk today. But before we do that... Alright. Where is the... No. Okay, 7th, that's right, that's where it begins. Photo contest, alright, and then later. I asked Kate, out of anyone and everyone in my photography class, Kate has the most calming energy of any of them, and she has an illustrative artist's eye. I know I can probably produce something great with her as my partner. Hopefully Kate's into it too. She seemed happy about it when she agreed to be my partner, but I seriously can't shake the feeling that something is off. October 8th. Kate and I met up at the Two Whales. She showed up looking kinda tired, but she seemed pretty glad for the chance to sit down and have a cup of tea, like we do on our dates. If anything, I really hope that the time we'll be spending together this week will give her a chance to relax. Spending one-on-one time with Kate is really the best. When I'm around her, it's hard to feel worried about anything. She's got a cheerful, talkative side that I don't get to see a whole lot when we're at school. Maybe school's got something to do with that? Anyway, Kate seems a little worried about the contest. She actually asked me why I picked her as my partner. The fact that she even doubted it is crazy. Why wouldn't I want to work with her? Hello, Blow! And later that day. After talking over possible photo locations, I was pretty sure I had the perfect one in mind. We headed back to school, and I took her up to the dormitory roof to scope out the view. Up on the roof, it was like we were the only two people in the world. I did have to justify how I got the keys. Can this journal be used as evidence against me? But it was worth it. We were up so high we were able to see a family of deer in the surrounding forest. We did some bird watching too, and Kate started talking about the animals after they were spooked and scattered. It was so nice up there under the big blue sky. I was feeling pretty good until Kate disclosed to me that she's been dealing with a lot of assholes lately. I hate that my suspicions were right. But she's better than them, and I'm going to make sure she knows it. I've got her back, because she's had mine ever since I met her. Okay, so now we're back to Wednesday. Alright, we're at the boardwalk. There's a lot of neat little shops down here. Handmade souvenirs, antique stores, gift shops. There's even a place that sells camera gear for the tourists looking to preserve their memories of our sleepy little beach town. The shop also sells really cheap Polaroid film, which I need to take a contest photo. I asked Kate to come along, telling her that I wanted some company, though it's more for her sake than mine. She needs a day to relax, especially after I made her spill her guts to me yesterday. She seemed okay when I texted her last night, but I still wanted to see her in person to make sure. And her response to being asked to join me was so damn cute. I pulled out my phone to let Kate know that I have arrived, glancing over my last received text from her. Sounds wonderful. I'll see you around 9, and I promise I won't be late this time. Smiley face XOXO. A relief washes over me again, and I smile. I hope those emojis are legit. Too much sad Kate is not a good thing. I'm about to type out a quick text, but there's no need. I can see Kate on a bench not too far from me, hands folded in her lap, staring out at the glittering ocean. I put my phone away again and start to walk quickly in her direction, not wanting to keep her waiting. She sees me out of the corner of her eye as I approach, smiling up at me. Max, there you are. Hey, Kate. Sorry if I kept you waiting long. I rubbed the back of my neck sheepishly, thinking about the 3 times I had hit the snooze button on my alarm this morning. Kate shrugs, nonchalant. She's quiet today. I hope I didn't upset her too much yesterday, bringing up all her problems. I reach forward and tentatively squeeze her shoulder. How are you feeling? Her eyes don't leave my face, but she seems to perk up at my touch. Okay. I actually felt like playing my violin this morning. I haven't touched it in a week. I had noticed. Kate had stopped playing her violin in the mornings right around this time she had started acting sad. I can't stop myself from smiling. That's so great. I must have slept right through it, but I'm sure it was nice, as always. She looks away, suddenly shy. Actually, I didn't get the chance. I was too, excited to be here. She looks back up at me, her eyes bright. With you. She says it with such a gentle voice that it makes my heart melt. I pretend to be distracted by a seagull milling around behind us, her sweetness giving me a momentary loss for words. And of course, I can't even show up on time. You could have been playing your violin instead of waiting for my lazy bones. Kate, not even remotely peeved, just laughs and rises to her feet. It's fine, really. I can play later. Maybe you could even join me on your guitar. I nod immediately. Kate and I only played together once, but it's still one of my favorite memories with her. Definitely. We're long overdue for a jam session. Couldn't agree more. She looks so excited. I wonder if she's remembering it too. Kate looks over her shoulder at the shops ahead of us, then back to me. Shall we go? I nod, letting Kate lead the way. We stop by the camera shop first. Kate doesn't do a whole lot of browsing, hanging back to look at some cute lanyards while I pick out my film. After we exit, Kate and I wander for a little while. Kate remarks that she doesn't get out much, so a lot of the shops are new to her. If that's the case, I'm even happier that I invited her along. Even though the shops are pretty ordinary and shabby by most people's standards, Kate is really enjoying herself, eyes wide with interest. We come across a shop filled with stuffed animals, and Kate actually pulls my arm over to look at them with her. It's a shame that more people never get to see this side of Kate, the side where she banters and acts silly, just because they never get to know her. It makes me feel pretty special. Maybe that's just the effect Kate has on everyone. She's such a warm person after all. Or maybe there's more to it than that. More to me and Kate. A gentle tapping on my shoulder brings me back to reality. Kate stops us outside of a small, sweet-smelling stand, surrounded by tables with big umbrellas attached. A small sign hangs on the front, advertising fresh tea and baked goods. It's been so long since we had one of our tea dates. I take in another whiff of the fragrant air coming from the stand, then look back over at Kate. Way too long. Want to stop here for a bit? We order our drinks and sit down at one of the small tables outside. The boardwalk's not very busy today, so there's not a lot of people watching to do. Kate and I practically have the whole place to ourselves. Still feeling adventurous, I opt to order the house blend. The spices emanating from it are powerful, and as I take a sip, my nose wrinkles. I let out a groan of surprise, and Kate grins at me from across the table. Too nice to laugh at my misfortune, but I can see it on her face. That's really strong. How's your tea? It's good. I always get chamomile, because I'm boring. She says this with a smile, so I know it's not self-deprecating. It helps with anxiety, too. I nod, a little concerned. You have that a lot? Kate arches an eyebrow. Max, I'm attending one of the most notable art schools in the state. There's so much pressure with that, you know? Not to mention homework and my strict family checking in on me. Kate's bluntness makes me grin. We've both felt the stress. Blackfield does have a reputation after all. Point taken. Maybe I should try drinking that stuff too. Kate takes a sip of her own tea, thoughtful. There's other teas for stress too. Passion flower, lavender. Peppermint's good too, but a little too sweet for me. I glance up at the 3 empty packs of sugar surrounding my tea, then back up at Kate. I'm getting worse than Chloe these days. I don't think I'd have that problem. Kate actually giggles at that. No, I guess you wouldn't. You could try... She stops herself suddenly, looking down at her tea. After a pause, she notices my worried look and speaks again. Sorry. You must be bored of me talking by now. I feel like I've been rambling so much today. Yeah, let's be a jerk, yeah. I shrug, as if Kate could ever bore me. Maybe you have been, but so what? It's nice to hear you talking a lot again. It doesn't annoy you? She says it almost suspiciously, like someone has used that word to hurt her before. I'd like to find that person and give them a piece of my mind. Never. I'll always listen to you. The misgiving leaves Kate's face entirely. I know, Max. People get surprised when I actually have things to say. I guess I just don't stand out that much. I actually know exactly how you feel, Kate. She seemed surprised at that statement. You do? But your photos are amazing, Max. Everyone knows you for them. Why do you think everyone was so eager to have you submit one for the contest? You really do have a gift, Max. I shift a little uncomfortably. I know everyone thinks so, but I don't see it sometimes. That doesn't make it untrue. You're just insecure. I smile at her knowingly. Kind of like you, huh? She pauses, suddenly very interested in the napkin under her disposable teacup. Maybe. I'm serious, Kate. Your drawings are awesome. Just as good as my photos. I lean forward as if sharing a little inside joke with her. I still haven't erased that drawing you left on my room slate, just in case it's worth something one day. Kate had doodled a cute doe on my room slate a few days earlier, wearing a plaid shirt and a camera around its neck. An obvious caricature. Kate erupts into giggles at that. Okay, now you're being way too nice. I spent 2 minutes on that crap. Tops. I gasped dramatically, mock offended. How dare you, Kate Marsh? That doe is obviously adorable. Kate crosses her arms. Well, I did use you as an inspiration, so you could be biased. Kate, please, that is not the only reason. I shut up and take a sip from my tea, a sudden heat rushing to my cheeks. For some reason, the implication that Kate may think I'm adorable is making me trip on my words. It better not be. I actually want to write children's books one day, and do the illustrations, of course. So cute art is a must. I grin at the thought. That's perfect work for you, Kate. Kate beams back at me. I didn't have a lot of friends when I was younger, so I read a ton of picture books. They were a big comfort to me. I even kept some of them to read when I'm sad. Pretty childish, huh? No, it's cute. No, it's cool. Now we're talking. Oh, it's cute. No, it's really cute. My room back home is practically a museum of old kid stuff I've never thrown away. Plus, I still sleep with Captain, my stuffed bear. Kate laughs softly. That makes me feel better. I actually don't have any stuffed animals. Alice is enough for me. We keep talking until the remnants of our tea have long gone cold. I hadn't even realized that it was nearly 3 in the afternoon. As we're walking away from the small tea shop, I catch Kate smiling at me. Thanks for always listening to me, Max. You know you don't have to thank me for that. Her fingers graze across my arm gently, getting my attention. I just feel like I can talk to you about anything. Not everyone cares about what the quiet Christian girl has to say. But you genuinely do. So, thanks. Before I can respond, a voice in the distance distracts us. Someone is trying to get our attention, specifically Kate's. Oh, it's Stella. We haven't talked in forever. She looks at me questioningly. Do you care if I pop over and say hi? I practically push her in Stella's direction. You don't need my permission, geez. I say it with a smile, happy that she feels like socializing again. Okay, I'll be right back. I wave at her as she goes over to Stella. Stella was one of the only people to attend Kate's Bible groups. I'm glad Kate's reaching out to her friends again. They look caught up in their own conversation, so I look around for something to keep me occupied. There's a small gift shop immediately to my left. Maybe I should get something for Kate. She has had a shitty week after all. Cinnamon tea! Picture book. I already know the stuffed rabbit's not a great idea because she just literally just told me that her actual rabbit, Alice, is enough for her. Which is something that I didn't pay attention to the very first time I did this, but that's okay, that's okay. The picture books, she told me that she does like, and they're comforting to her. I wonder what the cinnamon, I'm gonna go with the cinnamon tea, just because it's a wild card. I'm gonna go with the cinnamon tea. I know she likes cinnamon tea, or she likes tea, but she seems to like the relaxing ones, and cinnamon tea is a very flavorful one, so I think this is a bad decision, so we're gonna do it. I managed to fit the gift perfectly in my bag, and just in time. Kate's waving me over to where Stella was a moment ago. With a spring in my step, I run over to join her. Still Wednesday. More than half the day has passed when Kate and I arrived back at the school, but I'd barely noticed it. I forgot how much I loved hanging out with Kate, and our tea dates, of course. I think she enjoyed herself too. I've seen her smile more today than she has all week. She seems lighter, like there's a lot less on her mind. I hope whoever was bullying her decided to back off. She mentioned someone had written something mean on her room slate. I checked it this morning while I was on my way out to find that it was still wiped clean, thank God. Better stay that way. It's kind of chilly now, a steady breeze filling in the comfortable silence between me and Kate as we walk. She stops me when we reach the steps, putting her hand on my arm gently. Thanks again for letting me tag along, Max. She's swaying back and forth on her feet, her cheeks still rosy from our hot drinks hours ago. Always a pleasure. I pause, rubbing the back of my neck nervously. And, sorry I've been such a space case lately. I still can't help feeling a little guilty about not knowing that Kate was struggling. When you were staying in your room all the time, I thought something was up, but I just didn't say anything. I feel bad. Kate shakes her head almost immediately. Please don't, Max. It's not your job to check up on me all the time. I guess not. I trail off, still unsure. I just hated seeing Kate so sad. Hearing her talk about how hopeless and tired she felt was kind of scary. I don't want her to feel alone. I need to help myself, too, like you were telling me yesterday. Besides, I feel pretty good today, so don't worry about me. She bumps my shoulder gently with her own. Worry about the contest photo we have to take tomorrow, master photographer. I roll my eyes, smiling. A master photographer is nothing without good help. That's where you come in. She shrugs modestly. I don't know about that, but at least you've got the film you need. That'll be enough for tomorrow, right? I open my bag to inspect its contents. There's the film, my phone, my camera, and Kate's gift, still wrapped in the plastic gift store bag. I can't believe I almost forgot to give it to her. My brain is really fried lately. I look up at her slyly. You sure you're feeling alright today? She looks at me questioningly. I think so. Why? Well, I know you've had a hard week, so I may have gotten you something while we were out today, just in case you're still feeling sad. Surprise dawns on Kate's face, and she actually gasps a little, one hand moving to her mouth. You did not have to do that, Max. I'm fine, really. For a second I worry that I've offended her somehow, but the small smile I can see under her hand tells me otherwise. But I wanted to. I stick my hand in my bag to grasp the gift, then smile back at Kate. Now hold out your hands, and don't peek! She obliges with a small giggle, obediently holding out her hand as her eyes gently flutter closed. I put the bag in Kate's hand, and she opens it, immediately smiling as she looks at the box of tea. Oh wow, thanks, Max. I'm always in the mood for tea. Oh, apparently this is the best possible gift. Who knew? Probably if I got the picture book, it would have been one she already had. She seems pleased, running her fingers over the fancy gold script that adorns the side of the box. I know, the store owner told me that it was a popular choice, so you'll have to let me know how it tastes. She raises her eyebrows in surprise. As if I'm not going to share it with you. That makes me smile. Of course Kate would. Just then the clouds, which had been blocking the sun for most of the afternoon, moved away from each other so that we could see the colors on the dusky sky. Kate smiles, despite having to shield her eyes a little as she looks at the strong glow of the sun. It's going to set soon. I could probably get some good shots. I wonder what Kate would say if I asked her to watch it with me. Well, I took pictures, of course. Would that be too weird? We are just friends, after all. Looks like the clouds are finally clearing. Still a little chilly, though. Maybe we should head back inside. Kate pulls out her phone and checks the time, her eyes widening in surprise. Wow, I guess it is a bit late. Time flies when you're having fun. She nods eagerly with a laugh, and the way the light hits her face makes her look radiant. It certainly does, but now it's back to the real world. Her words remind me about what I wanted to ask her. I wanted to make sure nobody's been giving her more grief. I reach out and touch Kate's shoulder gently. Maybe not just yet. I wanted to talk to you about something. About, the people who've been bullying you. She shrugs, like she's not used to people asking after her. I hope that's not the case. Oh, well, okay. You want to sit down somewhere? I nod, letting Kate lead the way. A thought occurs to me as I look to the horizon. You know, it's gonna be a really pretty sunset. We should stay outside long enough to watch it. Kate smiles knowingly back at me. Itching to test out your new film. And to watch it with one of my best friends. What do you say? Kate seems to glow with pride at my words and nods. We sit on one of the benches outside the dorms, getting a good view of the sun dipping behind the trees. Another breeze shifts past us and Kate rubs her shoulders. Ooh, it's getting chilly now. We're going to tease her, because I offered the hoodie last time. It is getting kind of cold. I pull my own hoodie tighter around me. Maybe you should have brought a jacket then. Kate looks at me briefly, nonplussed. Probably. Kate crosses her arms and doesn't look at me, looking at the setting sun instead. Shit, was that rude? A little bit. I had meant it as a joke, but... Kate speaks before I can think of an apology. So, what's on your mind? I shift a little, thinking on my words. I don't want to bring up any bad memories for Kate, especially after she had such a nice time today. I just wanted to make sure you're okay, after what you told me. I hope I didn't come off as too bossy. I didn't mean to tell you how to run your life. I just don't want to see you get hurt anymore. After a pause, Kate makes sure I finished. She replies, That's really sweet of you, Max, but you don't have to apologize. I needed to hear what you said. She's not looking at me, playing with a loose thread on her skirt. This might surprise you, but I'm not as delicate as everyone thinks I am. Or at least, I try not to be. I just forget sometimes, you know? When everyone sees you as this shy, scared little Christian girl, it's kind of hard to break away from that. Nobody understands that there's more to me. She looks back up at me, a little anxiously. Do you, even? She seems so troubled. I want to grab her hand and apologize, tell her I'm sorry for bringing it up again. But it's too late now. Kate, you know I understand. What brought this on? You've been so nice to me, and I'm so happy that you picked me to help you with the contest. But I don't want you to feel like you have to, just because you feel bad for me. She looks away again, focusing on the rings of her fingers instead of me. I know I get sad sometimes, and it's not always easy for me to make friends. That's why I want to make sure that the friendships that I actually do make are genuine. Do you understand, Max? I don't want anyone's pity. I'm your friend! I guess we're just gonna scream that. I can't stop myself from interjecting. Kate's completely right about herself. There's more to her than what's on the surface, and I don't want her to think I'm one of those people who think otherwise. I'm your friend, Kate, and not just when you're sad. I love hanging out with you all the time. And what I said yesterday, I meant that too. I wouldn't have told you to be strong if I didn't think you had it in you. She still doesn't look up from her hand, so I put mine over it gently. She doesn't pull away, but the unexpected warmth makes her flinch. After a moment, she turns to look at me, breaking into a smile. I believe you. Just try not to worry so much, okay? I don't need to be protected all the time. Just knowing that I can come to you when I need it is enough for me. I realize I haven't been giving her enough credit. Kate looks so sure of herself right now, completely the opposite of yesterday. Could it really be that easy for her attitude to just turn around, just like flipping a switch? I'm not sure. But I trust Kate, and hearing how steady she sounds takes a huge weight off my shoulders. Just don't be afraid to ask when you need help. I can't always take a hint. This makes her giggle a little, breaking the serious air completely. I know. Hey, that's the part where you're supposed to disagree. We're both laughing now. Shouldn't you be taking pictures right now? You're gonna miss your shot. Kate innocently gestures toward the setting sun. She's right. I shake my head at her before grabbing my camera out of my bag. Looks like you're off the hook, for now. The sun glares against the trees, making them look black and daunting. The tips of the leaves on the branches light up, giving them a fiery glow. This is my favorite time to take nature shots. The sunset makes the entire world light up. Kate is patient while I take my pictures, looking out at the horizon like she's deep in thought. Satisfied with my work, I put my camera away, and Kate rises from the bench. I should get going now. Talk to you later? I nod, smiling. Sure, I'll text you. And I'll let you know what time to meet up and take the photo tomorrow. She nods in understanding. Don't get caught stealing the keys. Don't worry, I actually got permission now. This photo is now 100% legal. She laughs softly. How upstanding of you. She gives a small wave before heading back inside. I'm glad Kate seems excited for tomorrow. I know we're going to take a great photo together. After a quick dinner, I head back to my room. I was planning on catching up on schoolwork, but I'm too wired to focus. Anxiety about the contest photo is setting in, making me excited and nervous at the same time. I wonder how Kate's feeling. I shove my science textbook to one side and pull out my phone. Kate hasn't texted me yet, so I decide to send one of my own. Hey, you around? I'm here, just hanging out in my room. Do you want some company? I'm kind of freaking out about tomorrow. Sure, that would be alright. Just not too late, okay? We have a big day tomorrow. I know. I'll head over now. I better head over to her room before it gets too late. Door's open, Max. I enter Kate's room after I hear her soft voice, shutting the door behind me. She looks up from her seat on the bed and smiles. Her long hair is out of its bun, falling around her shoulders like a fluffy mane. I wonder if she only wears her hair down when she's alone. It looks so pretty. I'm seeing so much of you lately. Hopefully that's not a bad thing. Kate rolls her eyes at this assumption. Of course not. She glances around her room self-consciously. It's a little messy, but nothing too severe. Some of her books are laying on the floor, as well as a few articles of clothing. Sorry about the mess. I kinda let it go the last couple days. This is nothing! What are you talking about? You should see my room when I study for finals. Looks like a war zone. Kate giggles at that. Still, I could have tidied up a little. I look at her reassuringly. Seriously, don't sweat it. Kate gives me a warm smile in return. She pats the spot next to her on her bed, and I take the hint to sit down beside her, tucking my feet up under me. I'm actually glad you decided to stop by. The remark catches me off guard. Why's that? Kate looks me over, a little concerned. You just seem a little tense. Don't tell me you're still worried about the photo. I thumb the back of my neck sheepishly. Just a little. Performance anxiety, I guess. You have nothing to worry about. This is a job just for the two of us. As long as we're both happy with the photo, I think that's all that matters. That sounds different from what Kate told me yesterday. She'd been so afraid of not being good enough, to the point where she asked me if I wanted to switch partners. And if we don't win, won't that make you, I don't know, sad? Kate shrugs. Why should it matter? If we win, I mean. I know I don't have to worry about you, it's just, I don't want to disappoint everyone else, I guess. Everyone's rooting for us to win this contest, and it would make me feel like an ass to let them down. I look at her apologetically. Sorry, I didn't mean to get so emo on you. This makes Kate giggle. You're fine. Lord knows you've listened to me being sad enough. I exhale, leaning against the wall. You actually have reasons to be sad. I'm just being a baby. After a beat, Kate shakes her head resolutely. That's not true, Max. If there's anything I've learned from you, it's that our feelings are always valid. You learned that from me. Kate smiles. Of course. I used to think my problems were silly too, but being around you has made me realize that my feelings are important. It's nice to have someone who cares. I'm proud of Kate all over again. I can't believe how much she's smiling again after that hard week she had dealing with blacklist snobs. I'm glad I could help her, but most of this is on Kate, of course. She really is a fighter. So many people care about you, Kate. I know. I'm starting to realize that now. My mom called me just a little while ago. She looks away from me, down to where her phone is next to her. Oh shit. Kate had mentioned her family was strict. I hope they didn't yell at her. Is everything okay? She nods, looking back up with a small smile. Yeah, Mrs. Grant called her saying that I looked like I'd been crying a lot lately, which... She doesn't finish the sentence, and I take the cue to cut her off. Yeah. Did you have a nice talk? As good as it can get. She was just worried, asking me a ton of questions. You know moms. Then my sisters wanted to talk, and my dad, of course. I felt pretty bad making them worry. I remember seeing a family photo on Kate's desk. At the time, I had thought they looked kind of intimidating, but hearing Kate talk about them so fondly makes me think otherwise. It makes me happy that Kate gets support at home, too. You get along well with your family, huh? That's great. They can be strict sometimes, especially my mom. We don't always see eye to eye, but I think she means well. Even she accepts me no matter what. My whole family does. I think about what Kate said on our tea date. Why do you let them pressure you so much then? I mean, if they already think the world of you, you shouldn't have to try so hard to impress them. Kate shrugs, letting my words hang in the silence for a moment before answering. Well, I guess it's kind of like how you think you're going to let people down if you don't win the contest. When you love someone, or many people, you don't want them to be sad. It makes you want to try harder, even when you're not sure that you can. People believing in you, and the love they project, it gives you courage. I can't help but smile. Kate sounds so passionate and hopeful talking about this stuff. I hadn't thought of it that way, but you're right. Love. The word seems to make Kate glow every time she says it. It lights up her whole face. Perfect love casts out fear. I turn to her, confused. What's that from? It's a Bible verse. Well, part of one. She stops a little self-consciously. Don't worry, I'm not going to start preaching to you. Despite what certain people would have you believe, I don't force my religion on anyone. She must be talking about the people who bullied her. How stupid. Making Kate feel bad about her beliefs is a low blow. Never crossed my mind. And that's a nice quote. She looks down shyly. I like it because it reminds me of what you were saying the other day. How there's a lot of support in my life from you and others. You helped me remember. Her words are soft, but they hold a lot of weight. So, I'm going to keep being strong. Since everyone else believes in me, there's no reason that I can't believe in myself. She says this with a determined attitude, no hesitation. Alright. Sounds like a plan, because I've done that before. I smile at Kate's renewed energy. She seems really motivated. That sounds like a great plan, Kate. I believe in you 100%. I know that you do. Your support means so much to me. Maybe this means you'll actually start listening to what I say about how cool and talented you are? I elbow her playfully as I say this, and she smiles. You start trusting what I say about how everyone loves your photos, and I'll consider it. How about that? She's got me there. You built me up so much. You could really stand to take some of your own advice, you know. You need it more than me, though. Kate crosses her arms and raises one eyebrow at me. Max! The last thing I want to do is argue with Kate, especially when she means so well. I raise my hands innocently. Okay, it's a deal. Her slightly peeved expression instantly returns to her normal, gentle smile. Better be. We talk for a little bit longer, about nothing in particular. My anxiety about the contest photo slowly melts away the more Kate speaks. She's one of those people who can make you feel calmer by just being around her. I'm really happy I decided to spend so much time with her today. As I'm about to leave, Kate puts her hand on my shoulder. Do you feel better now? I nod. Thanks for listening, Kate. It helped a lot. Good. She squeezes my shoulder and fixes me with a meaningful look. I'm actually really excited for tomorrow. It's so fun seeing you in action. Kate's words boost my confidence. She's as encouraging as ever. I'm hardly a professional, Kate. Well, you're the most professional photographer I know. Don't tell Mick's dog that I said that, though. That makes me laugh. Your secret's safe with me. See you later. Kate gives me a little wave before closing the door. Thanks to Kate, I go back to my room with a grin on my face. Thursday, that's nice. I'm going to read the Wednesday. Let's see how it goes. Alright, dun-dun-dun-dun. Alright, better, da-da-da-da. Alright, she's better than them, and I'm going to make sure she knows it. I've got her back because she's had mine ever since I met her. October 9th. The more I think about people bullying Kate, the more pissed off I feel. Who the hell would bully Kate Marsh? She's never done anything mean to anyone. When I first started at Blackwell, she was one of the very first people to go out of their way to introduce themselves to me. And I feel like shit that she's been coping with this, and I didn't ask about it sooner. We went to the boardwalk today, so I could pick up some new film. And after we had some tea and a good talk, I decided to grab something for her from the gift shop while she was distracted, crossing my fingers that she'd like it. I got her tea, because I know she's a connoisseur. She said we'd have to get a cup together. Of course I agreed. I can't wait. We watched the sun start to set together, and I thought about asking her to watch it with me, but I started to feel kind of weird about it, so I didn't say anything, at least until I was itching to get to another topic, Kate's bullies. So we sat and watched the sunset while I tried to say what I wanted to say without messing up all my words. I just don't want Kate to be hurt anymore, except Kate insists that she's not made of glass. She straight up told me that she didn't want me feeling sorry for her, or anyone else's pity for that matter. And she's totally right. I would hate to have people treat me differently or with pity too, but that's not why I hang out with her. I hang out with Kate because I like Kate, period. Being pitied is really, well, it's probably humiliating for someone like her, who says she knows how to fend for herself. I don't know what it feels like to be Kate Marsh, I don't know what it's like to be Kate Marsh, because we had totally different upbringings. I can probably count all the times I've been to church since childhood on one hand, but because Kate is different than most of us, she deals with totally different things. I'm trying really hard to understand, to get where she's coming from. I don't want to mess it up. Later that day, after class and dinner, I headed over to Kate's room to see her. The first thing she did was apologize about the mess. There wasn't much of one, but she has been holed up in her room lately, and now I unfortunately know why. She was pretty happy to see me, and we sat on her bed and talked about how we feel about the contest. I don't want to disappoint anyone, or myself, or Kate. I feel dumb going on about how insecure I am, but Kate, ever understanding, pointed out that how we feel is equally important. She really is awesome. I'm so glad to call her my friend. Listening to her talk, I was glad to learn that she gets a lot of support at home. I'm really proud of her. She's holding her head up despite everything. I hope she knows just how brave she is. Maybe I should make my admiration even more obvious. I don't have enough words for how inspiring I find her attitude to be. I think we both feel better now. I just don't want her to be hurt. Perfect love casts out fear. Alright, on to Thursday. Wowzer, time goes by way too fast. I feel like I barely slept and it's already morning. Today, Kate and I take the photo for our contest entry. I couldn't sit still through my classes that day, and the second my last class ends, I rush to the principal's office to grab the keys to the roof. Keys in hand, I decide to text Kate and ask her to meet me outside the school so that we can head there together. Time for lights, camera, action. Meet me outside Blackwell soon? I don't have to wait long for Kate's response. Finally, I'll see you outside. Awesome, she's totally excited for this. I think talking in our room last night really helped the both of us. I don't feel nervous about the contest at all. I look up at the sky, at the heavy clouds. It looks like rain. Probably should have brought an umbrella, but I was too busy thinking about taking the photo. Oh crap, the photo! I hope we can get a shot from the roof that doesn't look too depressing. It wouldn't feel quite apropos considering the week Kate's been having. At least she's been having a good time with me. We had such a fun time yesterday, just walking around with each other. A complete 180 from the day before. She seemed so nervous and sad when she told me about being bullied. I didn't want her to be alone after I made her admit that. But yesterday she seemed totally okay, laughing and smiling like the bad stuff was all behind her. Hopefully it is. I hate to see her hiding away in her room again. The thought makes me anxious, especially when 10 minutes passed since I got Kate's reply. I pull out my phone, debating on sending another text to check up on her, just in case. Max, hey! I feel a gentle hand on my shoulder and turn around to see Kate. I can't stop the relieved smile that spreads across my face. There's my partner! She smiles and looks away, a little shy. I didn't mean to keep you waiting so long. She holds up her other hand, showing me the umbrella she's carrying. I wanted to grab my umbrella since, well, it looks like we might get a little wet on the roof. I nod. Kate's more prepared than me, the supposed professional here. Good idea. I, on the other hand, am gonna get soaked. Kate giggles, shaking her head. Now, Max, what kind of partner would I be if I let you go out in the rain? It's a big umbrella, plenty of room for the two of us, so hopefully you don't mind sharing. We both smile at that. Thanks, Kate. You're an angel. I say it without even thinking about it. It actually makes Kate pause. For a second, I'm worried that I offended her, but the grin that appears on her face the next moment kills that theory. I should probably be the one calling you that. You were so sweet to me yesterday. Thank you. It meant a lot to me. A little blush spreads across my face. It means a lot to me to hear that, Kate. And to see her smiling again. And I still have to get you back for buying me a gift. I shake my head and touch Kate's arm gently. Don't worry about it. Seriously. I'm just glad you had fun. Obviously, a fun day out can't fix all of Kate's problems, but just the fact that it made her forget about them for a while, that's good enough for me. She still looks a little unsure, so I nudge her shoulder gently with mine. If you say so. I'm glad I brought my umbrella for us then. It's the least I can do. We both glance up at the sky, still gloomy and dark, and Kate steals a glance at me. This weather doesn't worry you? She sounds a little tense, hugging herself around the waist with one arm. Why would... Oh, right, the photo. She sighs quietly, then looks at me with a small, determined smile. But we should be okay, right? Maybe I should be a little worried. Our photo shoot could totally get rained out, and we don't really have any time to relocate. But somehow, even if the worst happens, I feel like everything will work out. I can't really explain it, but having Kate here with me makes me unafraid. Even after getting bullied all week, she can still be brave, have hope, keep smiling. It's really inspiring. I'm really lucky to have Kate as my partner. If she can keep a positive outlook, then so can I. Ooh, we should be okay, right? Oh jeez. Stay focused. We'll be fine, or I believe the best. I guess I don't want to do... Let's stay focused. Why not? I think if we stay focused on the photo, that's the most important thing. There's no way for us to see the future, so let's just face it head on. No use worrying about it. Kate nods slowly, definitely still uncertain. All right, whatever you say, Max. Maybe it's going to take more than words to help Kate feel better. After one last glance at the sky, Kate's eyes are on me. Well, I'm ready when you are, Max. Lead the way. I'm right behind you. I gotta admit, the clouds above us are gray and ominous, and yet I feel nothing but hopeful, excited even. Kate, you have nothing to worry about. Let's give it our best shot. The weather hasn't changed in the time it took me and Kate to get up to the roof. It's still cloudy and chilly, the possibility of rain almost a certainty. Kate hangs back by the entryway, her arms around her waist. I forgot it was colder up here. I smile at her sympathetically. Maybe I didn't pick the best spot for a photo after all. Sorry. You can wait inside if you want. And miss all the action? As if. She rolls her eyes, as if it's obvious, walking over to join me. That's the spirit. Help me scope out our perfect location. A look of doubt crossed her face, but she snaps out of it after only a moment. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be looking for, but I'll do my best. She smiles, looking out at the vast forest of trees ahead of us. You picked a great spot, so I guess it's only fair I find a good subject for the actual photo. I brush my hand over her arm gently. No pressure. We'll find something for sure. Her warm, bright smile is a nice contrast to the overcast sky. I take out my camera and start to look around the area. The sky's not exactly special to look at with all the cloud cover, but they do cast shadows over the trees, giving the atmosphere a spooky vibe. That could be a cool photo, but maybe something lighter would work better. Maybe Kate has a different idea. I spy her peering over the edge of the roof and walk over to join her. How's it going? She looks between me and the forest floor below, self-consciously. Well, I have an idea, but I'm not sure it's good enough. I roll my eyes good-naturedly. This isn't just my photo, Kate. What's on your mind? Reassured, she looks back down. Well, it looks like our family of deer is back. Maybe you could... Kate knows me well. Deer are my favorite animals to photograph. Sure, point them out to me. She's about to do just that when the first raindrops hit. Before I can even get a good focus on the deer, it begins to pour, sending them running for shelter. It's coming down so hard that we don't even bother opening Kate's umbrella, bolting to the door leading back downstairs instead. Once we're safely in the doorway, Kate looks over at me with concern. Is your camera okay? I shake a few drops of rain out of my hair. Yeah, man, that was crazy. Look at those. Looks like those deer won't be back anytime soon. I lean against the wall and let myself sink down to the floor for a few minutes. I don't want to discourage Kate, but I'm not entirely sure what to do for our photo now. The heavy rain seems to drown out the world. Kate doesn't answer me for a second, looking out into the downpour. She doesn't seem discouraged or sad at all. In fact, she's actually smiling. I wouldn't give up yet, Max. Look. The clouds have parted and a dazzling ray of sun touches down on the roof, even while it's still pouring rain. Whoa, it's a sun shower. Kate smiles at my reaction. Talk about a silver lining. No kidding. Photo-worthy, wouldn't you say? She nods, reaching out to touch my arm. Absolutely. It's beautiful. Oh, Max, I knew we'd be alright. I just knew. I lean into her touch gently. Her excitement is contagious. Yeah? How did you know? She shrugs. Just a feeling. Good stuff always seems to happen when I'm around you, Max. I do have that Irish look, you know. Kate giggles at that. Your photos always look awesome, and that's no Irish luck. That's all you. She tucks a strand of hair that came out of her bun as we were running for shelter, not meeting my eyes. Even in the dreariest places, you can find a light somewhere. I think that's a wonderful gift to have. Not like me. I'm always getting sad over dumb stuff. I can't stop myself from jumping in. Don't beat yourself up. Those bullies were serious jerks. What matters is that you're not letting them bother you now. You're showing them how strong you are. She blushes lightly. That means a lot coming from you, but I don't think I could have been so strong without your help. When I'm with you, I don't worry so much about what other people think of me. So thanks for giving me that little boost that I needed. I hope I can help you just as much one day. What do you mean one day? You've already done so much, Kate. Anyway, sorry I got you rambling. You should probably take the photo while you've got the best lighting. After a beat, I nod. Yeah, you're right. Something's missing, though. She gives me a questioning look. Get your umbrella. I want you to be in this photo, too. Her eyes widen in surprise. You're not serious. I am. You trust me, right? This photo just wouldn't feel right without you in it. Kate doesn't seem to believe me, but she still manages to smile, like she's humoring me. Max, I appreciate that, but what's so special about me? Won't I just look out of place? Who cares? I said to do it, so do it. Oh god. I shrug. So it's not so conventional. Who cares? It's our photo. We should be able to do what we want with it. Kate raises an eyebrow. That's true, but this is a competition, Max. I don't want to mess things up. As if adding pretty and sweet Kate March to a photo could ever mess it up. As long as we're happy with it, I know other people will be. Trust me. You said that you're starting not to care about what other people think, right? She smiles. I did. I grin back. Well, now's your chance to let loose. Get out there and show this bad boy what you can do. I hold the camera out to her playfully, and she shakes her head. You're really dead set on this, aren't you? I rub the back of my neck meekly. I really think it would make the photo special, but no pressure. After a few moments, Kate finally nods, opening her umbrella. I guess if you're really sure about it, then I don't mind. You haven't taken a bad photo yet. Nice, she's on board. I bump her shoulder with mine gently. Thanks, but seriously, you can never look out of place in one of my photos, Kate. I always want to see it. Kate looks down shyly and replies in a soft voice that makes me want to scoop her up in a hug and never let go. I appreciate that, Max. Thankfully, the rain has decreased in intensity, so Kate jumps out without much hesitation. She looks over her shoulder at me and smiles, laughing as she splashes around in some puddles that have already formed. This is the side of Kate I wish more people could see, so happy and playful. Now they're finally going to. I just hope they're ready for it. I take the photo when the lighting is just right. Kate's not even looking at the camera, too busy skipping in puddles and having fun while I do all the work. Not that I mind. A bunny sticker on it, because why not? I set my camera down on the floor and call out to Kate, raising my voice over the rain. Thanks, Kate. I think we're good. She looks back over at me and smiles, darting over to join me in the dry entryway. Her hair is a little wet, and there's goosebumps on her wrists and arms. She looks so happy. Sorry, you got a little wet. No big deal. We artists love to suffer for our art, don't we? We both laugh a little at that. I present the photo to Kate, and she takes it as gently as if it were glass. She looks it over for a few moments, her face unreadable. I'm dying to know what she thinks of it. How does it look? My voice seems to snap her out of her thoughts, and she smiles, handing the photo back over to me. You were right. It looks awesome. I don't look out of place at all. She says it a little too quietly, which gives me second thoughts. What's wrong? She shakes her head, smiling. Oh, it's nothing. I'm just pulled. I'm still not entirely convinced, but I nod anyway. Let's get you back inside then. I think we both need a cup of tea after that, right? That seems to perk her up. Sure. Still Thursday? Okay. Well, that's one for the books. I can't wait to see what everyone thinks of the photo Kate and I took. Personally, I'm really proud of it, no matter who Mixed Dog decides the winners are. I think Kate feels the same way. At least, I hope she does. She got so quiet all of a sudden after she saw the photo. Kind of strange when she looked so happy as I took the picture. What if she didn't actually want to be in the photo? I did spring it on her last minute. I just went with my gut feeling that Kate was what we were missing in our photo. People aren't props, Max. You can't just order them around to get the perfect shot or whatever. Ugh. Alright, hold up, Max. Stop freaking out. Kate's always honest with me, so I have to trust her when she said that she approved of the photo. But then why did she look so sad? I flop down on my bed and groan. I'd love to go talk to her, make sure she's okay, but what if... I can hear Chloe's voice in the back of my head, telling me to stop second-guessing myself. If she were here, she'd be kicking my ass for just hiding in my room and moping. Why should I be nervous to talk to Kate anyway? We've never had a hard time understanding each other. I can talk to her about anything. I feel stupid for even stressing over it. I practically jump to my feet and walk over to my door. I'll just stop by her room and see if she's around. Shit, should I text her first? The thought pops into my head as one of my hands is turning the door handle, the other one going straight for my phone. I swipe the screen to unlock it, and shit, that hurt! My head knocks right into something, sending me stumbling backwards, and almost onto my ass. How did I run into the door? A soft groan beside me answers my question. It wasn't the door I ran into. Sorry, my fault. Kate's looking at the ground, holding her head in one hand. Nice one, Max. You probably gave her a concussion. I shake my head, trying to focus despite the dull throbbing in my brain. I put my hand on Kate's back to steady her. Totally not your fault. Are you hurt? Do you need me to... Kate managed to smile ruefully, holding up one hand. I'm fine. You just knocked me off my feet a little. I can't believe she's joking with me right after I just barreled into her. I am so sorry. I'm such a klutz. Kate shakes her head gently. No, I probably should have knocked first. And I should have been looking where I was going instead of texting. Kate raises both eyebrows. Texting while walking? I hope you don't text and drive, Max. She says it with a smile, but I can hear the underlying concern in her voice. Never, I promise. I don't even have my license. No bad Max on the roads just yet. This makes Kate laugh a little. Well, that makes me feel better. After a beat, she looks down at her shoes. Sorry for getting in your way, but we can talk later. She takes one unsteady step out the doorway, and on instinct I gently put my arm around her. Whoa, hold on. Maybe you should sit down. Kate shakes her head while she finds her footing again. No, you were going somewhere. I don't want to be a nuisance. I look away, rubbing the back of my neck. Yeah, about that. Kate sighs. I had a feeling it was something important. Sorry I messed things up. No need for her to feel guilty. I gave her shoulder a reassuring squeeze so that her eyes meet mine. You're right, it was something important. I was actually on my way to see you. I wince a little, embarrassed. I had been so concerned about Kate that I didn't pay attention and ended up hurting her. Not one of my best moments. But after a moment, Kate's face brightens and she stands up straighter. Really? What was so important? Good, she's smiling again. Do you want to sit down and we can talk, if you're not busy? Never too busy for you, Max. I keep my arm gently on her shoulder as she walks over to the little couch in my room. I know she said she felt okay, but it never hurts to be careful, right? And it was my fault in the first place. Kate doesn't seem to mind, though. Not even when said couch is too messy for her to sit down. She nudges me with her arm. I can see you weren't kidding about your room being a mess. Give me a break, I've been busy with the contest. She's trying not to laugh. Look, Albert Einstein had a messy desk, and he won a Nobel Peace Prize. I'm clearly destined for greatness. Kate's smile gets bigger. Well, I already knew that. I turn my attention to the couch so that I can shove some of the clutter to one side, and also to hide the huge flush on my face. I change the subject. You're, sure you don't need the nurse, or... I'm fine, Max. Really. You really are a guardian angel. There she goes, calling me an angel again. I get the same feeling of warmth in my chest that I did yesterday. I sit cross-legged on the floor beside the couch, looking up at Kate in disbelief. You're sure you want to go on record with that, after I just viciously headbutted you? She rolls her eyes, pushing my shoulder playfully. Yes, so stop trying to get out of it. I can't help but laugh a little. Okay, I'm not. I just don't want to let you down. I'm not perfect, you know? She looks surprised at me. Nobody's perfect. I know that. Why would I expect you to be? I shrug. Kate has a lot of faith in me, and it's been nice having her around me so much. I just don't want to mess it up. I don't see myself as the most reliable person, I guess. I can be lazy, and I have trouble making good grades sometimes. And I'm clumsy as hell, as I just demonstrated. Kate just listens, not saying anything. When she's sure I'm finished speaking, she leans forward and gives me a kind smile. Max, that's not exactly what I mean when I call you an angel. Uh-oh? It's not? Guess I just went on that tangent for nothing. Oops. She shakes her head. No, what I mean is, well, besides the fact that you're always looking out for me, I know you're a good person. You have a good heart, and you use that to help others, like with me. I couldn't believe that you asked me to be your partner in the contest. I was letting all those hurtful words the jocks said get to me. I did a good job hiding it, but I was a mess. Unconsciously, I shift a little closer to her. She doesn't look like she's going to cry, but just in case. I know. I'm sorry I didn't... It doesn't matter now. Your words mean more to me. Same goes for all of my friends. But I am so grateful that you reached out and helped me. She gives me a small smile and I return it. I'm glad that I could. We sit in silence for a few moments, not saying anything. Kate has the same expression on her face from earlier, right after we took the photo. You okay? She looks like she's thinking hard, her eyes focused on her folded hands in her lap. I'm fine, just wondering something. Is that why you got all quiet earlier, after we took the photo? Kate wraps her arms around herself, troubled. You noticed. I feel a little bad. Kate obviously didn't want me to know something was bothering her. I had a question for you, actually, and I want you to be honest with me, Max. Not a problem. Last thing I want to do is betray Kate's trust. Sure. What is it? This might sound silly, but it's important that I know. I know it was a last-minute idea, but why exactly did you ask me to be in the photo? She's still hung up on that? Maybe I had shaken up her confidence somehow, asking her out of the blue like I did. Remember what I told you in the diner? I mean, look at your drawings, so colorful and happy. You know how to bring pictures to life. You proved that today. She shakes her head. I just couldn't believe it. Nobody's ever asked me to be in something important like that, so I was a little nervous, like I wouldn't be good enough. But it was pretty cool. I'm glad she thinks so. I shrug. Like I said, you brought it to life. She looks down at me finally, smiling. I guess so. It was sweet of you, in any case. She still doesn't seem convinced, but I'm sure I wouldn't have been able to get a special photo like that with anyone else. I wonder if I could say anything to help her realize that. We're friends, because I did this last time. The answer is simple enough. I tilt my head back to give her a silly grin, trying to lighten the mood. It's the least I could do for a great friend. She grins. Well, I know that. You have a lot of friends, Max. True, but none of them are quite like you. I straighten up and turn around, so that we see eye to eye. You're special, Kate. I love spending time with you, and going on tea dates, talking, whatever. You're just so nice to be around. And it's like, you light up when we're together, and that makes me happy too. A blush appears on her face, and she looks off to the side, touching her cheek. It's that obvious, huh? Sorry, I like you a lot, Max. I laugh and my fingers graze over her hand gently, turning her attention back to me. No, that's a good thing. I know you don't show that side to a lot of people. After a beat, Kate replies. No, I don't. It just takes me a while to get used to people, you know? I'm just lucky that you're so patient. She still doesn't give herself enough credit. Maybe I'm the lucky one. If you acted that way around everyone, you'd be like, as popular as Dana or Rachel, I bet. You wouldn't have time for a nerdy photographer like me. Kate giggles. That would never work. Those two might have the energy to keep up being popular, but it's not for me. Still, I would always make time for you, Max. That'll never change. I raise my eyebrows. Even when you get famous from being in our winning contest photo? Nope, not even then. We both share a grin at that. That's good, because I really like you too. Getting those words out in the open makes me freeze up a little. Maybe it's just because we've been together a lot this week, but I feel so much closer to Kate. Judging by the grin on her face, I think she might feel the same way. After a minute, she gets to her feet, standing fine on her own. Looks like she's feeling better. I should probably get going. We have a big day tomorrow. I get up as well, touching her arm gently. Don't be nervous, okay? Kate shakes her head, smiling. Why would I be? Her confidence sets me at ease too. Just making sure. See you later. Kate exits, shutting the door behind her. After she leaves, I collapse on my bed, grabbing Captain and hugging him to my chest. It really has been a good week. I really hope I'm not on my path to get the true ending again. Alright, because that would suck. I mean, it wouldn't suck, but it would defeat the purpose of streaming it. We'll see, we'll see. Alright. We were here, okay. Alright, October 10th. We headed up to the rooftop right after class today. I borrowed the keys again, and then promptly realized that it looked like it was going to start raining. I started worrying about it, literally dampening my plans. I started to think about how entering the contest with Kate as my partner has benefited us both in so many ways. I didn't predict at all. I had so much fun yesterday. The kind of fun I can't have with Chloe or with Rachel or with any of my other friends. Of course, I love them all, but Kate has a unique view on the world and a kind of strength I don't think I could find anywhere else. So even though Kate wasn't expecting it at all, I wanted her in my shot, and I put her in it. Of course, she was really reluctant about it, and I had to convince her, but I got her to agree. I didn't ask her to pose, she just did her thing. And guess what? It turned out great! Better than great. It actually turned out amazing. For once, my photographer's instincts were bang on. Maybe I've got a shot at this career after all, wink wink nudge nudge. But for reals, the truth is, I don't think it was all me. This photo only worked so well because of Kate. Later, I was really happy about the contest photo Kate and I took, but I hadn't been able to get her sad face out of my head. I decided to go and check up on her. Except Kate had the same idea, and we wound up literally bumping into each other. I thought we both concussed ourselves. I made her sit down, and we started talking. It turns out that Kate was worried about being in the photo. I tried to think of a way to explain to her that she's the reason the photo turned out so well. She basically brought it to life, and I let her know. Kate seemed to kinda doubt it. It makes me feel sad. These bullies have really affected her. She's so special, and she's so much stronger than I ever knew. I feel bad for thinking once that Kate needed my protection. She doesn't. When she calls me her angel, she doesn't mean she needs me to watch over her. I think she just wants me to walk beside her, and I'm more than fine with that. Okay, back to art. Friday, final day. Here we go. Dun dun dun. I show up to mixed dogs class early the next day, and half of my classmates are already at their desks. Looks like everyone's anxious to hear their results. I see Kate at her desk, chatting with Alyssa. With some satisfaction, I recognize the label of the cinnamon tea I bought earlier, peeking out of a portable mug besides Kate. She's nodding along as Alyssa tells her something, with a smile that seems to brighten the entire room. No trace of the stress that plagued her last week. I'm so glad for that. Alyssa returns to her desk, and Kate notices me for the first time that morning. She gets up from her desk and walks over to me. How's it going, Kate? Okay, I barely slept a wink last night. Excited to hear Mixed Dog announce the winners? I'm really nervous, but I choke it down for Kate's sake. She's starting to wring her hands, focusing on the floor instead of me. I guess it's just... You don't think you made a mistake, right? Letting me be in the photo? What are you talking about? It looks great. You don't think so? Kate's quick to correct me. I do. It's a beautiful photo. I've just been thinking... I know I'm not the most popular person in Blackwell right now, and I never have had the best luck. No one wants to come to my Bible study, and then I get rumors spread about me. What if I jinx this too? I can feel the hair on the back of my neck rise defensively. Oh, Kate, no. Did one of those bullies say something to you? I know it's best to give Kate her space, but I seriously want to find those assholes and exchange a few words. Not some nice ones. Don't worry, Max. I actually haven't heard from them all week. She actually smiles a little at that. I can tell it's a big relief for her, and me. I never want to see Kate so sad again. Ugh, that's awesome. So then, what are you worried about? Her smile falters slightly. The last minute jitters, I guess. I know this contest means a lot to you. If you lost because of me, I'd feel like an awful friend. I shake my head. It would be cool if we won, but you know what's even cooler? That I spent this whole week getting a really great photo with one of the sweetest friends I have. That's all that matters to me. Kate's eyes brighten, and my heart feels lighter. You really mean that? Yeah, I do. She exhales a little shakily, but she's smiling. Okay, I'll try to calm down before Mixed Dog gets here. Poor thing, she's still nervous. Maybe I should... Let's leave her alone. Just let her do. On second thought, maybe I should leave her alone. Talking about it will probably just stress her out more. Just chill, okay? She nods, her expression neutral. I will. Guess I'm still a little bit of a basket case, huh? Kate, you're not... More people enter the classroom just then, talking loud enough that they cut me off. Kate looks like she's done talking about this anyway. Come sit with me when the class starts, okay? I I flash Kate a thumbs up before heading away. It looks like everyone's here now. Maybe I should chat someone else up before class starts. Hi again! This is the final day of the thing. Although the final day for Kate, the first time I did it was kind of long, so we'll see how long this one goes. And if I bumbled and end up with the same ending. Hopefully not. I've been trying to make some intentionally bad decisions, but we'll see. I love Kate. I love Kate so much. Maybe I should chat someone else up before class starts? I really don't want to. I don't think this has any bearing on stuff. Well, meh. Fine. Oh, crap. What's up, Max? Ready to glory bask? Hey, Chloe, and, I hope so. That's the spirit. And if you're hopeful, Kate must be stoked. Well, we both liked the photo, I think. I mean, I think she liked it. Dude, I'm sure she liked it. You took it. And Kate, like, totally loves you. Although she has seemed kind of gloom and doom lately. Yeah, she has some stuff going on. Don't we all? So which of the 4 horsemen paid her a visit then? Should I be consulting the Book of Revelations, or just... Chloe! Oh, shit, okay. Didn't know it was serious. Is she, like, okay? I think so. At least I think things are getting better. I'm sure. She must have been thrilled to partner with you if she's going through shit. Well, she's my friend. I know. Though if she keeps giving you that moony look from across the class, I don't know for how much longer. Moony look? Max, you're seriously so dense. That's alright though. Anyway, can't wait to see you clean up today. Rachel and I called dibs after Kate on celebrating your grossly talented self this week. Alright? You're putting way too much faith in me. No chance. Besides, the 3 of us need to hang out anyway. I've been meaning to tell you guys something. Something? You're just gonna have to wait and see, right? I'll tell you after you win. Good luck. Thanks, Chloe. Talk to you later. Alright, Rachel, I guess. Sup, Max? You've been kinda MIA all week. I've been around, just pretty busy. I dig that. You're really stoked on this contest, huh? You're partnered with... Kate, right? She hosts the Bible study group here, doesn't she? Yeah, Kate Marsh. Sorry, I know her name, I swear. I'm just trying to remember if we've ever really talked before. I don't think so. She's not exactly the partying type, or the punk rocker type. You should introduce us. Really? Yeah. Is that not cool with you? I might be in the Vortex Club, but you know I'm not like them. Okay, she might like that. Kate does a pretty great job looking out for herself, but she hasn't been having the easiest time of things lately. Classic black hell. Anything I can do? I think maybe the best thing to do would be to reach out and ask her directly. She'd probably appreciate that. Kate already sounds like a pretty cool chick. She really is. And she's an artist, right? I'm looking for someone to design me a new tattoo. You sure know how to make a first impression, Rachel. I'm just gonna take that as a compliment. That's probably for the best. Maybe I'll catch you after class, Max. We can plan a party to celebrate your big win. Thanks, Rachel. Alright then, Victoria. Well, if it isn't Caulfield and the Bible pusher, I'm hardly surprised you 2 latched onto each other. Shove it, Victoria. Can we not do this today? Excuse me? Did you just tell me to shut up? I could try saying it again, if that's what you want. Seriously, I'm really not in the mood for your games. And Kate's been a great partner, for your information. I couldn't have asked for someone better. Holy shit! Am I actually hearing this right? Did the hipster finally grow a pair? Victoria. Fine, chill. Despite what it looks like, I didn't come here only to insult you. Or Kate. Give me a little more credit for Christ's sake. That's kind of hard to believe when the first words out of your mouth are, you know, old habits die hard, Max. Live and let live. But don't think I haven't noticed how buddy-buddy you 2 are. Not that you weren't before. I'd call it disgusting, but you 2 are actually somewhat pleasant to watch. Huh? Anyways, I came to wish you luck. You'll need it since I'm participating after all. Oh wait, really? Well, thanks. I think I'm gonna do fine. Especially with the help I got this week. Gross, but I guess that means you're actually putting in effort for once. Hey. I mean it. I'm actually looking forward to the results. Okay, so those are all the same interactions as the first time that I picked Kate. Alright. I know you're all excited, but I need to have you all seated. Have I got everyone's photos? Everyone's eyes are on Mixed Dog as they shuffle through the photos spread out on their desk. I'm really impressed by the amount of students that have entered this year. About half of every class has put an entry in. And now, with these, I can finally start deliberations. Lucky for you all, that means that you can use this period to study. The hum of chatter starts up immediately. Quietly! And then dies down with some protests and groans. I'm kind of thankful for the opportunity. I put my head down and open my textbook, but although I try to focus, it's pretty hard. I guess Kate and I aren't the only ones hoping to win. It feels like the longest hour of my life. Every time Mixed Dog moves to their desk, I think they're about to announce the winners, and I jump a little. When they finally do stand up, clipboard in hand, I go rigid in my seat. I catch Kate's gaze. She tilts her head slightly to acknowledge me, with a smile full of confidence. She always believed in me, no matter what. I don't think that will ever change. Goodness, this was so difficult. I know that the deadline was short, and that you had a lot of you devoted much of your free time this week to your entry. I truly wish that I could award more than one winner. The theme for this contest, bonds, was a broad concept, and I'm thrilled to see so many different interpretations of it here. That's what photography is all about, personal expression. Showing the world the way that you see things. That said, there is one entry in particular that truly embraced this theme. Here, the photographer captures the essence of hope. No matter how dismal your surroundings, there is always a source of light to be found. My heart skips a beat. Or 10. There's no way they're talking about our photo. The unique vision of this novice photographer makes me think that we'll see some amazing things from them in the future. And hopefully they'll continue collaborating with their partner. So I'm extra pleased to announce that the winners of the second annual Blackwell Photo Contest are Maxine Caulfield and Kate Marsh. Congratulations! Clippity clap. Oh, no way! Applause breaks out around us, and I can hear Chloe banging on her desk in celebration from the back of the room. Kate grabs onto my arm immediately, shaking me a little. Max, that's us! I'm shocked, but I manage to respond. I know! Hauser! Kate giggles, shaking me gently again. We won, Max! I'm still in disbelief. Mixed Dog sticks the winning photo, our photo, up on the marker board for everyone to see. They all seem so impressed. I feel like I should be pinching myself right now. Kate grabs both of my hands in hers, swinging them back and forth gently. She's laughing out of pure excitement. Oh, Max, that's your photo up there. I smile back at her. Our photo, Kate. The bell rings and the majority of the class stays to congratulate us. I snap out of my daze long enough to talk to our friends for a while. Eventually, Kate and I are alone again. She leans against one of the desks and rubs the back of her neck. Oh my goodness, that was a rush. Crazy, right? I can't believe we won. Kate shakes her head. I can. I've always believed in you, Max, just like you believed in me. I guess that's what makes us a great team, huh? Kate's face lights up. I'm just so happy to have been a part of it. She nods towards our photo at the front of the room. You're already off to a great start, becoming a famous photographer. Just promise you'll remember me when you get out of here, okay? As if I wouldn't want you right there beside me. It's the truth. There's so much in the world I haven't seen, so many photos I've yet to take, and I can't imagine doing it without Kate by my side. So many people love Kate, and I think she realizes that now more than ever. I just hope that there's a big space for me in her heart, too. You mean that? God, it's hard to think otherwise when she smiles at me like that. Of course, as long as you want to be. There's no place I'd rather be. We lock eyes and I can tell she's serious, confident. I couldn't be happier to see her smiling so much. As I'm about to reply, she gets to her feet. Before we get too caught up celebrating with everyone, let's take a walk. I want to show you something. Where are we going? As if I wouldn't let Kate take me anywhere. I guess you'll have to follow me and find out. Kate playing mysterious is so cute. I put on my best mock offended face. And skip class? Kate Marsh, what's gotten into you? She giggles at me, crossing her arms. Class is over, goofball. I'm not quite as rebellious as you yet. It's okay. I can wait. We both laugh. I don't really care if Kate ever changes. She's awesome, just the way she is. After a beat, I hold out my hand to her, and she takes it, gently pulling me forward. Come on. You trust me, right? Our fingers interlock so naturally. Always. I'm so scared if I'm getting the good, perfect, true ending again. I'm so scared. I thought that nothing could make me more excited than the big reveal of the contest results today. And to be honest, I'm still reeling. Between all the compliments we got on our photo, all because of the teamwork between Kate and I, and seeing how happy she was to see us win, I'm a little overwhelmed. But it's still not over. Kate seems really stoked to show me something. Good thing I don't have to wait long. She doesn't take me very far, leading me to the fountain in front of the school. Usually there's a bunch of students loitering around here, but today we have the place all to ourselves, which I don't mind at all. I can't wait to enjoy some real downtime with Kate after this week. She gestures for me to sit down next to her. I wanted to get somewhere away from all the excitement. This is where I come to think sometimes. The way the sun makes all the coins shine bright is so pretty, don't you think? I look over my shoulder. The afternoon sun reflects off the water, making all the loose change in the fountain sparkle under the light. It really is cool. Totally. All those pennies. I wonder if anyone wished to win the mixed dogs contest. There were a lot of entries this year. Kate tugs at my sleeve, bringing my attention back to her. A grin spreads across her face. Ready for your surprise? It's hard to hide my excitement, so I don't bother trying. Kate's obviously excited too. Okay. She reaches into her bag and grabs something, hiding it in a closed fist. I give her my hand when she holds it out. Gently, she puts her palm over mine. I can feel the small object in my hand. I know you said I didn't have to pay you back for the other day at the beach, but I couldn't resist. She holds my gaze until she lifts her hand away from mine so that I can look down to see what she was hiding. It's a bracelet, a chunky bunch of cords with a gleaming silver star bead in the middle. It's not very flashy, but that hardly matters. Kate got something for me, and that's the special thing. Oh, Kate, this is so cool. Kate's shoulders relax as she watches me turn the bracelet over in my hands. You think so? I've never made a bracelet before, so I wasn't sure how it would come out. My jaw slightly drops open. You made this? Holy crap! She actually went through the trouble of making it herself? Wowzer. Kate grins with pride at my reaction. I take it that means you like it. Kate, this is the best! Thank you. I'm putting it on right now. It fits perfectly over my wrist. Kate smiles, and I can't remember when she has ever looked more beautiful. I was really worried about the contest last night, so I made it to distract myself. There's this quote that stuck out in my head, and it reminded me of you. Or us, I guess. She rubs her shoulder, looking away from me for a moment, and I can almost swear she's blushing. You might know it. Shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll fall among the stars. I finish her sentence softly, looking at the bracelet again. Kate's grin gets even bigger. That's it. I know it's a little cliche, but you did inspire me to shoot for the moon all week. I was trying to think of the right place to give it to you, and since people come to wish for things here, it seemed the most appropriate place. She looks away, a little embarrassed. Sorry, is that too cheesy? Nah, I love cheesy. Seriously, Kate, this is beautiful. Kate nods wordlessly. We both look down at the fountain again, and a thought comes to my mind. Wait, no, this is definitely the normal ending. Ooh, yeah, I'm so excited. Is there anything you'd wish for? She pauses to think for a moment before shrugging her shoulders. Of, I don't know, world peace, I guess. Typical Kate. I nudge her shoulder playfully. Come on, there's gotta be something. For you. She laughs. I can't think of anything. It's hard to want anything when I've had such a nice week. She gives me a meaningful look. Try again later. Winning the contest feels like nothing compared to the feeling I get looking at Kate's smiling face when she says those words. She deserves to feel happy. Major improvement from last week? Definitely. I think those kids that bullied me must have gotten bored when I didn't pay attention to them. Hopefully for good. I nod to reassure her. I hope so too. At least they'll think twice before teasing you again. The whole school's gonna see how awesome you look in our photo. How can I trash talk you after seeing that? She looks at a squirrel running up a tree in the distance, thoughtful. Thanks. Still, even the most popular people get called bad names, Max. After a pause, she turns her attention back to me. But I'm not worried about it anymore, so don't give me that face. My hand goes to one of my cheeks self-consciously. What face? She giggles softly. That worried look. We just won the Blackwell photo contest. You should be happy today. She sounds a little anxious, so I shake my head to reassure her. I am. Trust me, I'm so psyched that we won. But it wouldn't feel right if you're not happy about it with me. I put my hand on her shoulder. We're partners, remember? We couldn't have won without each other. Kate sighs, putting her hand over mine on her shoulder and rubbing it gently with her thumb. Max, you might be the sweetest person I've ever met. I look down at my shoes to hide the blush spreading across my face. But you worry too much. We won the contest and my wish came true. How could I be any less than happy? But you didn't. You were here for me when I needed you. You even picked me out of all your friends to help you with the contest. And not just because you saw me as some charity case. That means a lot to me. I had one of the best weeks of my life after living in a nightmare the week before, thanks to you. I don't know what else I could have wished for. That's exactly what I was hoping to hear. Her face looks so much brighter. She's happy and enjoying herself. Things can finally start getting better for her. Kate really picks herself up this week. I'm so proud of her. And the fact that I could help, even just a little bit, makes me feel amazing. I grin. Now that sounded cheesy. She bats at my shoulder playfully. Oh, whatever. You know you love it. After a pause, I sigh in agreement. Yeah, I really do. Especially coming from Kate. Truthfully, I love a lot of things about Kate. I wonder if she feels the same about me. Max? She notices me spacing out, and I laugh. Sorry. Hey, weird question. Can I borrow a penny? Kate looks confused for a moment, but she reaches into her bag anyway. She finds a small coin and hands it to me. Thanks. I stand up, looking at the fountain intently. It's my turn to make a wish. Kate smiles back at me. I'm not sure how much stock I put in wishes, but the most I can hope for is having Kate on my side for a long time. Kate deserves a friend as loyal as she is. I hope I can be that for her. And maybe more? With that in mind, I close my eyes and flip the coin into the fountain. If Kate's taught me anything this week, it's that nothing is too far out of reach, as long as you have faith with a friendly face to help you. May I ask what you wished for? I sway on my feet a little, smiling. That a certain someone would join me for a cup of tea. Kate tilts her head innocently. Who did you have in mind? Someone sweet, kind, always around to help me. Oh, and extremely photogenic. Kate giggles. Okay, I get it. We need to discuss plans for our next photo, right? I love the way her face lights up when she says we. She's finally giving herself credit for her part in that contest. We probably should. Now that we've given Dog standards, he'll just be expecting more from us. But that can wait. Here it goes. I was actually asking you to go with me as more than a friend date. Kate does a double take, her eyes widening slightly. Oh, Max, that's... Oh, wow. Yeah, wow. I laughed nervously, my heart beating faster than normal. I can't believe I actually asked her out. Are you surprised? She looks a little flustered, not quite looking me in the eye. Well, I mean, I thought you might have felt that way, but... She looks down at her folded hands. I didn't want to get my hopes up. You were already being so nice to me. It felt like it would have been too good to be true, you know? I kneeled down slightly so that we're on the same level again. But it's not. You're so lovable, Kate. This has been one of the best weeks of my life, too. Getting to know you better, seeing how strong you are, how talented. I love being with you. So, obviously, I just... you know... I'm suddenly tripping over my words, but thankfully, I think she understands. She's used to me being a dork by now, anyway. Now it's Kate's turn to blush, but she doesn't even look away from me. I know. Thank you, Max. I like you a lot, too. I exhale a breath that I didn't know I was holding. Listen, I don't want you to feel obligated. Kate shakes her head. Max, you know better than that. I'll always be honest with you. This is just so new to me. I've never really dated anyone before, so you might have to give me some pointers. I can hear a little excitement in her voice. I'm not exactly an old pro either, Kate. Unless you count the time Warren was convinced that we were a thing. Kate's eyes light up mischievously. No weird ex talk on any of our dates. I'm pretty sure that's in the rules. I laugh at that hard. Ew, as if! No boys allowed. Aw, yeah, so that's just the normal ending, the normal Kate ending. Oh, it's cute! I was expecting it to be, like, kind of heartbreaking sad, but even the normal endings are really sweet. Aww! That makes her laugh too, light and airy. I can't get enough of that sound. I hope it's something I get to hear a lot more. I'm about to offer her my hand, only to find that she's already reached for it on her own. She squeezes it gently, smiling. So that's a yes? She lets me pull her gently to her feet, so close that our shoulders bump and she leans against me for a moment. Buy me a cup of tea first, and I'll let you know. She winks at me while she says that, teasing. We walk off together hand in hand, and that moment feels more perfect than anything I could have wished for. Yay! Got one. Man, I think there's at least one other achievement related to Kate that I didn't get. Oh, I'm bummed by that. Alright, let me let these credits play. Okay, so to wrap this up, because that got to go nice and speedy since I had that preload, and the normal routes appear to be shorter than the true routes, which makes sense. Let me see though. Alright. So, a little faith, I'm fairly certain, is what you get just from picking Kate as a partner. These four are the who you choose ones, and since I've already picked all four individually already, I've got those four. Ruling, don't have. product placement. Okay, my cat's in. Insatiable. I think that was the true ending for Chloe. So maybe those four are Chloe? Or yeah, because this goes Chloe, Rachel, Kate, Vic, and Chloe's down here. It would have to be all for her. Alright, then nothing gold can stay poster of a girl. That seems like it would be Rachel's, because she's the model. So Chloe, Rachel. Okay, that makes sense. So 2 over here. Firewalk with me and dreams. Oh, I wonder if I did get the true ending with Rachel, or if I just got the normal one. Or maybe they're just out of order. Those 2 are Rachel. Joke's on you. Cold shoulder, a fucking man, and touched by an angel. That's the one that I'm missing! Aww. Oh, bugger. I could have sworn I got that. Alright, and then that was from my run with Vicky. So that's the only one that I didn't get, or those 2 I didn't get with Victoria. And then I think these are some of the ending ones. Oh, those are the ending ones, so why isn't there a previous button? That's upsetting. Runaway with me was the one with Chloe. I think this is the other Chloe one. Yeah, take me to church and crosses. Those are both Kate. So Chloe, Rachel, Kate, and Victoria. Sad face, love is hard, love is weird, and life is gay. I think those final 4 are the special ones from like super bombing and doing terrible. That's gonna be hard because just the writing is just so kind. Even if you make the worst decisions, the writing is so kind. Ah, booger, I'm so upset that I missed Touched by an Angel. How? How did I miss a Kate achievable? Oh, I'm so upset. That's fine. I'm not gonna hunt down every achievement on stream. But yay! So if I'm gonna follow the pattern that I did for the true endings, my next one will be Chloe, and I'll be aiming for her normal ending. So, gallery, doing the normal Kate path this way that I did. Unlocked. The roof, right there. I think that's the only new one though. Alright, now there's just 1, 2, 3. Just 3 left. I'm assuming that I get 1 each from each of the normal paths, making different decisions from the 2 paths that I took. So that's cool. 3 locations left. Contest photos. Here are the 2, Kate. And then there's gonna be Rachel, then Victoria, then Chloe. And there's a way, there's a way to end up with no photo, I guess? Endings. Victoria, Rachel, Chloe. Both of the Kates. And then sad face? Failure? I still don't know how to unlock these bonus things too, and I'm still not positive what's going on in this picture. Not positive. Anyway, if you were tuned in, thanks for stopping by. That about wraps it up for me tonight. So I bid you all good evening, Sina streamers. Till next time.